Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be going through what would have happened if Georgie died, so subscribe and let's begin. So, the story continues from the city chapter where you spot a shadowy figure trailing behind you. You follow the shadow back to the mall. However, Georgie seals himself in the room because he thinks that both you and Zizzy are infected. You attempt to break through the door until you hear a noise from inside the door. You and Zizzy leave the door alone, with both of you carefully retreating from the door with blood leaking from the bottom. Both you and Zizzy slowly walk back to the safe place, with neither the player or Zizzy uttering a word. Once you arrive, Giraffe informs you of the helicopter signal. He and Pony notice your silence as both of them begin to realize what happened. You decide that it is better for you to stay at the safe place, instead of looking for Mr. P, in fear that you would cause more harm. As for Zizzy, she stays at the safe place but soon falls into depression, disregarding most things. Because of this, she maintains her sword. When Book 2 begins and Mimi finds the radio, Pony, after several days, convinces Zizzy to go. Pony decides to give the player his wooden sword as well. When she encounters Dessa at the store, Zizzy attacks her without the need for grass and continues to attack the infected with her sword to the point where Dessa can no longer move. When the two of you leave the store, Zizzy also decides to go with the group to the safe place. Zizzy tells Pony not to come, and to stay at the safe place instead. When you get to the old oak, Willow appears along with the rest of the Silver Paw. Willow, recognizing the player, decides to try to take both the player and Zizzy to the refinery, but she doesn't take the swords. When you enter the refinery and Willow leaves Zizzy and the player in the poly room, you pull out your swords and begin to attack the members of the refinery, and once you knock all of the guards out, Zizzy decides to burn the place down using dynamite, leaving the safe place guards to rot. You and Zizzy return to the safe place and tell Pony, Mimi and Giraffe the news. When you hear a knock on the door of the safe place, the door is opened by Susie, who had happened to be downstairs at the time. You hear the firing of a gun and find Susie wounded severely from a gunshot. Ahead of you is Willow, aiming her gun at you. Thinking that she cannot be stopped, you brace yourself to be shot. As Willow's fingers close in, Zizzy appears from behind Willow and impales her in the chest as revenge. Willow drops dead on the floor, as Zizzy rushes to try to assist Susie. Mimi appears and with the help of Giraffe, she is able to stop the bleeding. And that's it. They remain at the safe place. As for Mr. P, he continues to look for a cure, going up north with the military. So that's what would have happened if Georgie had died. Anyways, subscribe so we can get to 5K before July.